and welcome to the famed New York Arena here in Midtown Manhattan. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 10 rounds of heavyweight action between Roy Jones Jr. and Vitaly Klitschko. Roy Jones Jr. is on his way to the ring. You can see it in his eyes. You just know he's got that feeling tonight. Vitaly Klitschko's ring walk is one of those ring walks where you realize how attentive this fighter is. This is a guy who has his eye on the prize and nothing will distract him.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. Eddie, what do you think we're going to see out of Jones?
I think you're going to see what you always see. You know, you're going to see a guy that breaks the rule book as far as the way you're supposed to go about technically approaching pugilism. But I think you're going to see speed, you're going to see power, great reflexes, great sense of anticipation. You're going to see a little cockiness.
Nice defense. Good block by Roy Jones. Tonight, Jones is up against a guy who can do a little bit of everything, and will try to show him some traditional boxing skill set to go along with a touchdown.
Yeah, but you have a guy in front of him who anything traditional doesn't work really with Jones because he's anything untraditional, and he makes everything backwards. So it works with traditional, but it doesn't work with a guy as quirky as Jones.
Firing off the uppercuts. Great experience, you know, from watching his career.
Came out a little careless.
2, 3, 4, 5. Roy Jones Jr. finds himself down, but not necessarily out as he rises up to fight on. Nice block. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. Nowhere close that punch by Roy Jones. Jones's climb back up from the canvas may inspire him. 10 seconds remaining in this round. End of the round. A round in which a knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, if you're the trainer in the corner of the guy scoring the knockdown, what are some of the things you want to remind him of?
You want to remind him how he got there because a lot of times it's the tendency to just remember the punch that put him there. He dressed him up. He set that punch up. Don't think about just the punch that landed. Think about the setup punch.
Vitaly Klitschko's getting back to basics. A good, solid jab. Vitaly Klitschko doing a really nice job of putting his punches together. I mean, we've seen that classic 1-2 from him. When he puts his punches together, is that impressive?
Well, that's what he is. He's a busy fighter. Different than his brother, Vladimir. Vladimir is more of a power puncher. But Vitaly, he's a guy who puts them together.
Not getting it done with that straight right hand. Jones is coming out here after being knocked down in the last round. Oh, and there you go.
head, but the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together.
Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Italy Klitschko's almost looking foolish that time. He's so bad. A crushing two-punch combo by Italy Klitschko. Roy Jones Jr. is feeling the sting of that big uppercut. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Really on the mark with that over-the-top shot with the right hand. And that's the end of round 2.
Beautiful.
Jones' defense is going to need to shine when he gets back out there. I mean, just look at the close-up of that cut we're seeing.
Yeah, he's got to use his legs. You're right, Joe. He's got to get out there and buy some time for those benefits to work.
What a mess this is right now. Blood absolutely everywhere. He's got to worry about so many fronts, including the ref for not stopping the fight.
Yeah, but you know, that's the funny thing for a fighter, for a professional, Joe. I would argue with him. He's not supposed to worry about all those things. Now is really the time that he must not worry about any of those things.
Block Italy Klitschko. That's a huge uppercut from Roy Jones Jr. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. A little head hunting with the right. Carries that punch intended to the head. Roy Jones Jr. is doing a really good job of being defensively sound, of being patient, and waiting for that golden opportunity for some offense to come in.
Well, that's exactly what he's doing. He's waiting for a mistake to be made. You know, he wants a lead out of his opponent right now so he can make a miss. Bang, right back with that hook.
Crashes home with the uppercut. That's a fierce jab by Italy Klitschko. Good power punch, the right hand landed. Roy Jones Jr. combination punching is working well here. Italy Klitschko's legs can't fail him now. Oh, flies he hits. And now he's looking down on his opponent.
He thought it was a bad thing earlier for him. It turned out to be a bad thing for his opponent because he got careless here.
Italy Klitschko's trainer is thrilled with this. He gets up off the canvas. Now he wants to see how he'll react. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Italy Klitschko's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand.
Throw to the body, then to the head, then finish to the body.
Stay away from the power hand, okay? Keep circling away from that power hand. I need you to keep moving side to side, all right? Keep moving. Now, don't let him get that power shot off, all right? Now, listen, you need to keep moving out there. As soon as you stop...
Wow, what a fight we've had so far. Just a chance to catch our breath as we start round number 4. They've traded knockdown. Now you have them up 2 rounds to run. What's your thinking there?
My thinking is that the corners, they have indigestion. You know, they're looking for a little Maalox or something to settle their stomachs. But the audience, they're having a good time because they know it's going to happen again.
Italy Klitschko's sticking to what we've always known of him, Teddy. The style hasn't changed, even though he was knocked down early.
You know, a lot of trainers would say, hey, they pat him on the back. They say, there you go, kid. You know, stay with your identity. Just make sure that you correct a couple little things you need to correct.
Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. Italy Klitschko's now feeling the after effects of being rocked by a huge hook to the head. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Well, he's been there before, and now he's there He scores the knockout here tonight. What you want to see, a guy who can close the show and finish with style. He ends up a knockout victor tonight.
And that's what his trainer wanted. His trainer was even telling him, step it up a little bit, because he knew this was possible, and they got it.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore saying thanks for being with us. Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the New York Arena in Midtown Manhattan for our main event of the evening. 10 rounds among heavyweights. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see. Mike Tyson's got his eye on the prize. Look at that focus and determination during his ring walk. Round number 1 is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. Well, standing opposite Tyson is the taller man, and if you are the taller man, how can you apply that to give yourself a chance against Mike?
Well, you want to get inside, you want to take that height away, and once you get inside, you understand there's going to be a lot of target there to take advantage of.
Nice strike after catching one by Evander Holyfield. Comes right back out of the left hand. Good smooth work by Evander Holyfield. That's classic counterpunching.
Yeah, what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back, so he pulled it back, gave the left shoulder, and then gave the right hand.
More than one punch downstairs. That can be damaging. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Evander Holyfield. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Protecting his head well with his guard. Good looking uppercut that time. Holyfield's putting forth a great combination there. Oh! Still with a knockdown. He's gonna find something within himself now to fight back. Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Vegas, where they do it bigger and better than any other city when it comes to the big-time fights. We're at the Thomas & Mack Center for a much-anticipated main event. Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Well, there's an expectation of a spectacular ending anytime George Foreman is in the ring. Is that what you expect tonight, Ted?
Yeah, I do, on either end. Because George Foreman, as much as he can end it, he can have a nice end possibly for him, because as dangerous as he is on the offensive end, that is how vulnerable he leaves himself sometimes on the defensive end.
Throughout your training career, what did you consistently feel more comfortable with? Training the shorter guy against the taller guy, or the taller guy against the shorter guy?
Well, you can't teach tall. You know what? That's there or not. I love to have those kind of advantages physically. You just have to make sure that you teach them to fight you.
Comes up the jab, off the target by Mike Tyson. Halfway through round number one. Takes a step back, then the counter punch by George Foreman.
Very similar to what you see Floyd Mayweather do. You know, make him miss, pull that shoulder back, and then come right back with the counter.
Went to the body there, but unable to connect. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Huge uppercut by Tyson. Mike Tyson's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Oh, what an uppercut. We count down the final moments of this round. Tyson's statistics really shine in that last round. You can see that he was able to land more punches than his opponent. Now, it's not black and white. You land more punches, you win the round. But in this case, I do think he's up on the scorecards based on that round.
Yeah, I believe he is too. You know, you're looking
gotta
at
land
it,
a big punch
and you just
now.
feel
No
that he's
doubt
got
about it. You are
control of
losing
the
this
pace,
fight.
the tempo.
You need to throw
you know,
and land
he's
the
winning
big
the fight, but there's a risk there because he's starting to throw a lot of punches, sometimes a little carelessly. That's going to leave him a little bit open to a counter.
You see the accuracy now with that double jab up top. Foreman's done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Goes up top again. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Those uppercuts that George Foreman was able to land on Joe Frazier winning the heavyweight title, they were lifting Joe Frazier off the ground.
You know, Joe Frazier, because of his style, as terrific as he was made to order for George Foreman.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round. That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by George Foreman. Foreman smashed by a hook. George Foreman blocks that punch. Two snapping jabs by George Foreman. Oh, what a hook upstairs. Big left hand from Iron Mike. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's making for a clinic here in combination punching.
The first couple punches he had thrown, they're throwaway punches. To really set up the payoff down the road, you see the third punch, the fourth punch, the fifth punch. They're the ones that wind up landing.
Well off the mark by Mike Tyson. And that's the end of round two.
Losing this fight.
Tyson's
take
probably
some
sitting
chances
back
now.
right now saying,
You
hey,
have
I got
to take a
everything
chance
figured
with this
out.
guy,
Coming
right?
off of a sensational
You got
round I
that?
just saw,
You have to
he was
take a
able to do
risk.
some serious damage to his opponent.
Yeah, you know what really did it was that left hook to the liver, that body shot. You know, that's like going into a restaurant, you get a stain on your jacket, you know, and the stain just doesn't come out. You know, you go to the cleaners, it's still there. Those body shots, they don't come out. They stay with you round after round, and they keep doing damage. They keep paying off for you. He's got the benefit of that body work going for him.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Good combination to the head. A well-placed left hand up top. Solid right by George Foreman. George Foreman's on the bad end of a big hook upstairs. Mike Tyson's movement really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Double jab right to the face. Halfway through this round here. Able to dismiss that body shot. Mike Tyson with a big right hand. Tyson's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Good look at right hand after he got hit. What a big shot from George Foreman. Very accurate two-punch combo by Mike Tyson. Foreman's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by George Foreman. And now he's targeting upstairs. Super good punch. Oh, a big with being kicked necessarily out. Will this be like the first knockdown against George Foreman before the final? And that's the end of round 3.
Listen, I'm not going to stand here and watch you take those shots. You understand me?
As we start round number 4, not a lot separating these guys. Sometimes you can steal a round or two just by being the busier guy.
Yeah, reminds me a little bit about those legendary stories the old timers used to tell me about Rocky Marciano. You know, they used to say that he used to hit the guy's arms. You know, he wasn't scoring points, but he was keeping his opponent from scoring back. And then later in the fight, he was disabling his opponent from coming back.
Tyson's out there for another round after being knocked down in the last round. We know what happens in 60 seconds with a fighter in the stands. But what about those 60 seconds in the opposing corner, Teddy?
You know, Joe, that's a great question. And I remember my mentor, Frank Amato, when we were training fighters, he used to always say, look, you know you're a banger, and this guy happens to be a banger. Well, if you hit a guy clean, you know you hurt him. But he's not going to show you. He's going to act like a pro. He's going to con you. He's going to act like that didn't hurt him. But you have to remember, hey, it hurt him. So go after him like he showed it, even if he's not showing it.
90 seconds to go here in this round. Look at that combination by George Foreman. Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by George Foreman. He's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. That is a classic Tyson uppercut. Good defensively by George Foreman. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he's forced to get touched.
Tyson's clearly affected by that. 1, 2 jabs up top. Big shot there. He got the iron knife. Iron knife enough to get to His opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Boy, was that impressive. Sometimes that's all it takes, Teddy. Just one good shot can end the evening.
You just wonder how hard he tried to actually get back up. But I'm not on his body.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time at the fights. Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to London, England. We're at the Royal London Theatre for tonight's main event. 10 rounds of heavyweights between Evander Holyfield and Muhammad Ali.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one. Good right hand.
Eddie, what do you look for early on when you're analyzing a fight of two power punchers facing off against each other that gives you a clue as to which way this is going?
Who's doing the little things a little bit better? Who's using the jab? Who's controlling range? Hey, who's thinking better?
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Double jab by Evander Holyfield. Halfway through this round, able to get rid of that one. Holyfield looking with the answers, avoiding that. Showing you some defense there with the block. Great work offensively, landing that combination by Muhammad Ali. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Oh, and he returns fire with the left hand.
Good job, buddy.
Ali lands the power punch. Holyfield with a huge left. of the round.
And this is a little bit hard to take if you're sitting back at home watching this fight and saying, I just don't get it. I mean, if you want to win the fight, you have to throw punches.
Maybe he doesn't want to win the fight. See, you're taking for granted that...
What, is he scared? He's fearful?
Hey, everybody's scared. Anyone who's in that ring is scared. He's not controlling his fear. He's not taking it, and that's for people in all aspects of life, whatever they do. You have to take whatever it is that can intimidate you, and you got to put it on the side and say, okay, right now, I'm not going to let that get in the way. He's letting it get in the way.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Ali's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination? Good block by Evander Holyfield. Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. Landing 2 jabs by Evander Holyfield.
Circle him.
Halfway through round number 2. A headshot blocked. Holyfield's missing the mark by a mile. That just is nowhere to be found. Up top with the right hand. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Muhammad Ali. Ali's doing well here with that 2-punch combination. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Muhammad Ali. To the head he goes with the left hand. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. He returns the favor with an uppercut.
Nice work, kid. Good job in that round. That was good. Nice work. Beautiful. Beautiful. You gotta keep that head moving. I want to see double jabs.
And round number 3 is underway. Holyfield's giving us something to think about early on in the fight here, but his opponent has even more to think about. He has established the jab already.
Yes, he has established the jab, and now his opponent has to think about moving his head so he can get past it.
Good-looking counterpunch. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. That's a forceful 2-punch combo by Muhammad Ali. Coming to the halfway point of this 3rd round. Evander Holyfield with a big right hand. Ali's absorbing a hook. That's a big uppercut that just crashed home. Scores well to the head with the right hand. Scores up top with the left. Combination to the head. Scored well with that straight left. Ali's objective is to land that jab, and he did so right there. Big left hand from Ali. Throws a counter punch there. 10 seconds to go in this 3rd round. Gives one. The right hand scores but still, obviously, a lot can happen at this point forward.
Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there's some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Really good work right there, landing the 2 punches in sequence by Evander Holyfield. Blocks that low, and then a counter uppercut. Not an accurate hook at all. With that left to the body. Nice work blocking that, and then an uppercut of his own. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Oh, that's good stuff. Fired right back with one of his own. Good work by Muhammad Ali. Finish with the hook. Predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fence.
What impact from that uppercut by Muhammad Ali. Doubles up the jab to the head. Goes up top with the right hand. Accurate with the straight left. A well-timed right hand by Muhammad Ali. Nice work to the midsection with the left. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Ali's combination punching is just perfect here. 3 punches landing. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Evander Holyfield. Halfway into round number 5 here. Evander Holyfield's looking for a way to get this fight back on course. A course that can get him a victory. This isn't it. He's trying to counter-punch in these middle rounds.
No, this is not it. He's not thinking right. You know, it's one thing to say physically, technically, he needs to do that. But to do it, you have to be mentally clear. You have to be seeing the plan, seeing what you have to do, what you have to order your body to do. He's not seeing that right now.
They're sending more than one at him now. The combo to the head. Nice strike after catching one by Muhammad Ali. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. There's another right hand. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. And now that backhand, a straight left hand scores well for him. This has been an absolutely dominating performance by Muhammad Ali.
And he's doing it the way that judges like for it to be done, with clean and effective punching.
Yeah, making their job a little easier.
The start of the 6th round. Ali's dominance in the first half of this fight was pronounced. Now, as this round begins, a new task for him. Finishing the second half of this fight just as strong.
Yeah, that's a good point, Joe. His enemy is not only the guy in front of him, but it's being that he's got such a lead. You know, his enemy is such great success so far. Doesn't get him a little bit into a lull. If he gets into a lull now, he could blow that fight when he's done so well.
That is boxing 101. Evander Holyfield's going to keep taking this test, rising up after being knocked down. Good job on the two-punch combo by Evander Holyfield. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Evander Holyfield. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Evander Holyfield swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. Well targeted two-punch. Holyfield's rising back up. That takes some guts. A shooting right hand by Muhammad Ali. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Double jab upstairs. Blocks away that headshot. Ali's doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. Well, he knew it was a smart strategy to stay on the outside. He probably didn't know it was going to pay off this well because he's just getting to his guy easily.
Oh, yeah, if he was in the casino, I'm telling you, it's all coming up cherries for him. But right now, if his opponent has any shot to hit that jackpot, he needs to move that head, move those feet, get inside. Because nothing was coming at him. His opponent wasn't going back. He got a little lax, and he paid a price.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good flush shot by Evander Holyfield. Oh, and he's got something for himself, and it's a left hand. It's the halfway point of round 7. Ali's putting forth a little boom, 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 a three-punch combination score. Accurate shot, straight right hand comes in. You can see he's trying to score on top, but off the mark there. Holyfield's taken a lot of punishment with the right hand. Teddy, you've said many times, it's where you put your own hand when you get hit by those right hands.
Well, one place I can tell you where not to put it in the middle, and he needs to move it to the left, outside that right hand.
Nice work with the double jab to the midsection. A solid uppercut by Muhammad Ali. Nice solid so he digs in with a left hand to the body and then places the right. Well, your parents and teachers always had it right. If you work hard, it's going to pay off. As we see the start of round number 8. Ali's up big here in this fight because he's just working harder. He's applying himself.
You know what? That's not a bad attitude. That's not a bad concept. Sometimes that's all it takes.
He commits to the scores with ease. Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Evander Holyfield. Right hand over the top, very accurate. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Muhammad Ali. Ali's doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned earlier in this fight. Sticking to that game plan.
You know, I like that. You know, I want to see how a guy behaves under pressure. He has to panic, you know. He still believes in his identity, believes in his talents, his abilities, and he's going to stay that way unless the guy convinces him later on.
He engages in the clinch. That's a solid right hand by Evander Holyfield. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, his opponent believe it. You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
Ali scoring with that right hand. Ali with a big left. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is so dangerous with that accuracy. His punch combination landing. And that's the end of round 8.
He's winning the fight. I mean, don't tell me anything different than he's winning the fight.
Yeah, except at the end of the fight,
This guy never felt
sometimes
a
these
beat like
judges,
this.
they
Keep
do
the
tell you
pressure
things
up.
differently. Hopefully that's not the case.
Well, he's up way on the punch stats. I know he's ahead on your scorecard, and you can just tell everything that's happening in the ring is in control.
He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Right to the head with that right.
Evander Holyfield still being highly competitive, even though you have to think, if you're judging this fight at all, that he's way behind. Does that give him hope that still there's a chance that he can score the knockout and get this win?
Yeah, because his attitude is great. He hasn't given up on himself. And as long as you haven't given up on yourself, you always have a chance. You know, one punch can separate that guy from his consciousness.
There's the combo to the body. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Muhammad Ali.
Still not moving enough.
Turns over that. And yet another big shot. And he doesn't look good at all. Evander Holyfield's gonna need a minor miracle to survive this.
He's going to need great will and desire to survive.
So he goes down again, and give him credit for rising up and beating the count. But Teddy, this referee's got to have an eye on stopping this fight.
Well, if he's a real ref, if he's doing his job, he definitely has to.
Evander Holyfield snapping out that jab. Well off the mark by Muhammad Ali. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Evander Holyfield. This fight could soon be over. surge here. Knockout winner. That woke up the fans. Wow, did that wake up the fans. A fight that was assured of heading to the judges' scorecards. It ends by knockout.
That's why as a trainer, you like a fight that's close, that's closely contested. There's no danger. He fell asleep, and now he is asleep.